It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make work, but I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game and, of course, rally his team to a win.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw pulled in by Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Farrell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones dancing to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Now Jones. He'll buy some time right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Daniel Jones, 22 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Winston. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Jameis to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll... 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Throwing Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slam route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
Here's Winston. Flushed out right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Winston. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a minimum gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flush to his right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. Forced out to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Jameis again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. To throw, Winston. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jags get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is down to 4. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught.
And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. A final shot before break. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10. ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jones, he's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 29, Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd and goal, Jones, and in for the Ravens touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
From the red zone now, Winston. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Adam Thielen with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something. To keep the defense off balance.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Oh, he didn't spike it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. To try again after the sack. Jones being chased out left. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Winston. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Winston. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. They'll run on first down. Farrell. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Farrell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Succop's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now Jones rolling to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Smith catches left side.
And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Jags are right back in this football game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Winston. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Winston to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.